Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for August 12th, 2025. Arise, O Lord, lift up your hands. From Psalm chapter 10, verses 12 through 15. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up your hand. Forget not the afflicted. Why does the wicked renounce God and say in his heart, you will not call to account? But you do see, for you note mischief and vexation, that you may take it into your hands. To you the helpless commits himself. You have been the helper of the fatherless. Break the arm of the wicked and evildoer. Call his wickedness to account till you find none. Now, there are times when prayer takes the form of a plea, raw, urgent, and unpolished. And that's what we hear in David's cry. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up your hand. Forget not the afflicted. This is a call for divine intervention, an appeal for God to act with power on behalf of those suffering under oppression. David doesn't hold back. He names the problem and asks God to step in decisively. The wicked live as if God won't hold them accountable. They renounce him, convinced that justice will never reach them. But David answers that lie with confidence. But you do see. That phrase is a foundation of faith. God sees the injustice. He notes the mischief and the pain. He doesn't merely observe, he takes it into his hands. This is not passive watching. It's the preparation for decisive action. So David identifies who trusts in such a God. To you, the helpless commits himself. You have been the helper of the fatherless. The most vulnerable find their refuge in him because he has proven himself faithful. That's why David can pray boldly for God to break the arms of the wicked. This isn't a call for cruelty, but for the breaking of power, the dismantling of evil so that it can no longer harm. And the request goes further. Call his wickedness to account till you find none. So David longs for complete justice, not a partial fix. He wants God's accounting to be thorough, that nothing evil remains hidden or unpunished. Now for us, this passage teaches that it's right and even necessary to pray for God to act against oppression. Our prayers can be both compassionate and fierce. Compassionate toward the afflicted, pleading for their deliverance, and fierce against the forces of wickedness, asking God to dismantle their power entirely. It also reminds us that God's awareness is not the same as ours. We may only see the surface of injustice. God sees the full depth. We may feel impatient for action. God acts in the perfect moment. Our role is not to dictate God's timing, but to remain faithful in prayer, trusting that the God who sees is also the God who saves. So if you are feeling powerless in the face of injustice, remember the cry, arise, O Lord. It's not a desperate wish. It's a call to the one who has risen before and will rise again to bring justice to the earth. God's peace and many blessings be with you. And thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.